Department, Ms. Alice Emmanuel, Dr. Okpan visited the Ket Model Primary Health Center and the Mary Slessor Health Center in Efoi, the Primary Health Center in Idwa. At the Primary Health Center operation base in Ikorebu, Dr. Okpan decried the overcrowding of the outpatients department. The Akwa Ibom State Primary Healthcare Development Agency delegation had earlier called on the chairman of the Ket Local Government Transition Committee, Mr. Kani Yanetomi. The delegation was received by the vice chairman, Mrs. Comfort Okun.
We as a local government here, we are trying to at least primary health center to assist in certain things. Mobile renovation, the local government have tried.
The management of Tower of Ivory Schools, Nigeria, has organized its Maiden Inter-School Sports Festival with the theme Molding Sports Champions for the World. The sports meet took place at the Tower of Ivory Schools Ultra-Modern Mini Stadium, Edianabak. The reports.
Speaking before the commencement of the sporting activities, the chairman of the occasion, General Godwin George Moore, appreciated the school for uniting the children through sports and making them see the spirit of competition as a stepping stone to success. He tasked the school children to use the opportunity given them to develop themselves in sport, emphasizing that sport is a lucrative enterprise these days.
Losing does not mean if you get yourself despaired, then rather it will serve as an impetus for you to win the next time around.
The special guest of honor and Commissioner for Housing, Mr. Toekon Raphael, represented by Dr. Alphonse Zekhan, extolled the Chairman Board of Governors Tower of Ivory Schools for upholding the standard of the institution and promised to stand by the school. He encouraged the competing students to take the opportunity seriously, as this will help shape their future.
But it has also been known and seen as a way of livelihood for some people. In fact, many people today are even wishing to become athletes.
The Chairman Board of Governors Tower of Ivory Schools, retired DIG Udome, said Tower of Ivory Schools target excellence in academic and non-academic activities, teach the children morals, discipline as one of the reasons for the inter-schools competition. He promised to nurture the champions of the schools in sports and academics.
And protector. So that we can just intelligent and to the young. We are doing this one purely as per merits. We are doing it on excellent basis.
From the 6 arms of Tower of Ivory Schools, Nigeria, 4 arms took part in the competitions. The schools that participated were Tower of Ivory Secondary School, Edianabak, Tower of Ivory International Academy, Airport Road, Tower of Ivory Elementary School, Idoro Road, Rio, Tower of Ivory Elementary School, Edianabak, as well as invited schools. They competed in games such as catching the train, 8 race, top of war, crate run to mommy, table tennis, sleeping race, short puts, cycling, cultural dance, 100 meters to 200 meters, junior and senior races, parent race, and invitational relays. At the end of the competitions, there were winners in different categories. While Tower of Ivory Elementary School Edianabak topped with 14 points in junior category, Tower of Ivory Secondary School Edianabak clinched the first position in the senior categories with 120 points. Meanwhile, scholarship entrance examination is now open for registration forms and can be obtained at the cost of 10,000 naira in any of the school branches, while the examination date is on 6 April 2024.
Diplomat Academy, located along Idoro Road, Uyo, has held its 6th inter-house sports competition. At the event, the pupils and students displayed their talents through different games and activities. The sports meet, which took place at the playground of Kwaibut Primary School, Itam Flyover, along Ikorikpene Road, Uyo, had the Dean of Faculty of Education, University of Uyo, Professor Imabong Akpan, as chairman. The report.
Addressing the sports meet, Professor Akpan said she was elated by the performances of the pupils, students and staff and urged them to keep the flag of the school flying. She thanked the proprietor and director administration of Diplomat Academy for giving her the opportunity to experience the talents showcased by the pupils and congratulated the winners in the various events competed for.
This is a very great institution. The diplomats, I can see that diplomacy shows in everything that you do.
The Director, Administration of the Academy, Elder Fidelis Otubema Abasi, described this year's inter-house sport competition of the school as exciting and thanked God for honoring them by making the competition a huge success devoid of any accident. He appreciated the chairman on the occasion, Professor Imabong Akpan, and Dean Faculty of Agriculture, Professor Etimo Konefyong, parents and other invited guests for honoring their invitation for the event.
Very grateful first and foremost to the Almighty God who has made this day to be a very successful one. There's no casualty, no calamity.
The school head, Diplomat Academy, Mrs. Nsison Achibon, while welcoming the participants to the event, noted that the ceremony was one way of giving the pupils opportunity to showcase their sports talent outside the four walls of the classroom.
It is also a medium by which we connect even to the outer world. In other words, sports unites everyone in the world.
Events competed for included 100 meters, 200 meters race, sack race, filling the basket, among others. At the end of the competition, gifts were presented to the winners of the various sport activities, while the winning house carried home the coveted trophy. Some parents and pupils spoke on the benefits of the exercise.
With 262 points, let us celebrate the chance winners!
I did 400 meter race. I took 40 positions.
I won 4x100 meters.
Ufotu Zakan, AKBC News.
For those who listen to music of the Masters on AKBC Radio, it was a nostalgic but sad occasion as they joined thousands of sympathizers to bid farewell to its presenter, Economic Emma. His remains were laid to rest in his hometown, Okanikontwen, a Shinodom local government area. The service, which attracted lovers of music and fans of the earth's musicologist, was moderated by Methodist Church Nigeria, Okanikontwen, Uwa East, at the Central of Unity Grounds. Esther Moran witnessed the funeral and now reports.
The officiating minister, the very Reverend Ubangosoro, urged Christians to live godly lives as they will be accountable to God.
The devourers are all over the place. Count yourself to be innocent. Oh, Tinimo, times are very hard. Times are difficult. Why do you bother the man when the whole problem is starting with you?
In an autobiography read by the son-in-law, Apostle Sunday Akpan, the late Ekanem Akpan Emma described himself as a devout Christian who was very passionate about music. His autobiography also indicated that he won several awards and honors based on his works of art, especially music. He was popularly known as the originator and narrator of the popular program on Radio Akwa Ibom, Music of the Masters, which was one of the longest running radio programs in the States.
In 1979, I was sent to Tavistock University, London, for a radio production course in formal education. It was during this course that I bagged the Best Student Award by the British Broadcasting Corporation, BBC.
My retirement was in conformity with the order in the public service and never suggested that I was physically weak or mentally infected. In my working career and even after, I have occupied a number of positions, won many awards and honors, and rendered a number of services to my community.
Condolences were received from sympathizers, including the management of AKBC, as read by Mrs. Mercy David, as well as tributes from family and church members.
We were deeply saddened to learn about the passing of Elder Ekanemema, a long-standing and seasoned presenter of the program, Music of the Masters. Elder Ekanemema's contributions to the program and his dedication to promoting the rich musical heritage of the classical genre will always be remembered and cherished.
The funeral featured choral renditions, thanksgiving by the bereaved family, Methodist Church main fellowship rites, and prayer for the bereaved family. Ekanemema Kpanema was buried in his hometown, Ukana, Ikontwen, Uwa, in Estenodum local government area. Some members of the family spoke glowingly about the deceased.
Mimi, Kenya animal legacy. Ano you don't animal legacy, anonto, animal legacy, anontogen. I the key is so. I would ask you, don't make your
Esther Omoren, AKPC News.
The family of the late Effiong Ekerendu of Mbokpo Okowakai in Orofo local government area have announced the death of their son, father, uncle, and husband, Elder Effiong Ekerendu, an assistant superintendent of police, retired. He was aged 63. A statement from the family signed by Pastor Okon Ekerendu indicates that the late Elder Eden Ekerendu was a community leader that was loved and cherished by his people because of his philanthropy, qualities, and character while in service as an officer of the law. The arrangement released by the family indicates that the Cubs will depart University Teaching Hospital, Owerri, to his hometown, Mbokpo Okowakai, on Thursday, 24th February 2024, and Friends Night will hold same date by 5 p.m. at the family compound, Mbokpo Okowakai, in Orofo local government area. Friday, 25th February 2024 is the funeral to be conducted by the Apostolic Church, Owerri, New Igbo Land Territory, and will be assisted by the Apostolic Church, Oron Field, by 10 a.m. at Mbokpo Okowakai Primary School. Pastor Okon Ekerendu, on behalf of the family, has invited sympathizers, friends, relatives, and the church to witness the departure of the gallant officer, Elder Eden Ekerendu, ASP, retired. And just before we go another look at the top stories, Governor Moino has directed the establishment of an agricultural food security committee to reduce the present harsh economy in the state. He was speaking while flagging off the First Lady's Pet Project Golden Initiative for All at Ibom Hall Grounds, Uyo. And Pastor Patience Eno has revealed 8 thematic areas of GFAR as she turns 57. Speaking during the flag off of her pet project, Pastor Patience vowed to impact the lives of the people. Worried over the biting economy and to support the RISE agenda, the State Assembly has fast-tracked the reading of a bill to establish about purchase urgency. It will be attending to the bill again next Tuesday. We also brought you a report that the Deputy Governor, Senator Konoyaginyi, has felicitated Pastor Patience in her residence at Government House as she turns 57. Her gesture was replicated by the Mother Chapel of NUJ AKBC Television, which wished her many more years of impactful presence. That was a package. We thank you so much for finding time to join us on the news. Wish you pleasant day ahead. Good afternoon.